Hey guys. Yes, I chopped my bangs. It'll probably be December or so before I have to cut them again. I cut them short so that it takes them a very long time to grow out. And I will probably fiddle with them and adjust them, but right now I just don't care. Um I think I'm in a triggered state right now, and this is the first time it's happened and I recognized it for what it is. And basically it's like an uptick of my depression and anxiety symptoms, and it feels like it's out of nowhere, but I'm realizing it's not because my pattern recognition is popping online and like going, hey, 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 hey. So factor number one, choir just let out for the summer. June 2nd was our last Sunday. We take a summer break, and then at the end of August, we start meeting up and practicing again. And then sometime in September, we start back up into singing. So between now and September, I'm not going to be singing on Sunday mornings with the choir because we are on summer break. Summer is a traumaversary with my dad ending up in the hospital because that's happened twice in the summertime. Last year he ruined my birthday, and in 2020 it was summer when he broke his hip and had to end up in the hospital. So that anxiety is ramping up of, oh God, what's going to happen to his health this time? And I mean, he already had a health scare in April where we thought he was going to die, and then he just freaking didn't. And I have to pretend that I'm glad that he survived, but it's complicated, so I don't want to go into it. But, it felt like I got lied to and faked out. Let's just put it that way. It's almost like we were told he was worse than he actually was, and we got all upset for nothing. Anyway, so my very triggery seasons are summer and Christmas time, because the worst things seem to happen to my family in the summertime or right before Christmas. Like this April stuff that happened, that was oddball. But now spring is becoming a trigger because of this crap, because of my dad and his health issues. So, spring, summer, and Christmas time. So, there's like, even fall is becoming a trigger. It's like throughout the entire year, there's triggering crap, just a minefield of triggers. But, so last month, I showed my mom the Funko Pop from Godzilla and Kong. It's the one where Godzilla's curled up like he's sleeping, because I think it's adorable. And I showed it to Mom, and I asked her if I could order it. And I was just like, you could just stick it aside for my birthday, and I'll get it on my birthday, just something cute that I thought would be cute, and I'm going to probably get Godzilla and Kong on DVD for my birthday because that's what I asked for. But my mom was like, well, we're dealing with a car payment right now, so let's just not do it now. And so I was like, okay, fine. That's fine. I was like not in any hurry to get it. But then my dad asked me, what do you want for your birthday, Cindy? And so I pulled up two Godzilla figurines. I pulled up a -1 Godzilla figurine, and then I pulled up that Funko Pop of Sleepy Godzilla. And I showed them both, and I'm like, how about you and Marcy, you canoodle together. Marcy's my sister, my older sister. And you order one or the other and don't tell me which. So that way I know I'm probably going to get a figurine, but I won't know which one. So no matter which one I open, I will be delightfully surprised. So Dad's like, okay, you send Marcy the link. So I did, and I explained why. And then I'm like, so when you come over Saturday, you and Dad can, make your plans and connive about it together, I guess. Okay, fine. So today, my mom comes in and says, okay, I think it's okay. You can order that little figurine now because, I've dealt with the car payment, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I talked to Dad and Marcy and I got them canoodling on something that might be that figurine or another one that I showed him. And he'd think I started World War III. Just, she got upset about it and like, I don't know what the problem was. Like, I know my mom's not feeling well today, but she's making that everyone's problem. And, like, just getting angry and just blowing up. And, my mom is so far into caregiver burnout that I feel like a bad person if I have to ask her for anything. Even if it means, like, to go get my medication and stuff. Because, we can't leave Dad home alone, so she's my legal person who can do that. But it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I went in my room and I sat down and I started having those really unpleasant thoughts, the intrusive thoughts, the suicidal thoughts, and the angry thoughts and the hateful thoughts. And just, it all just happened at once. And it just dawned on me of why, and that's what happens to me when I'm triggered, when my trauma has been triggered, is that it's an uptick of all these symptoms that I thought were just depression by itself. But no, that's trauma. That's the trauma. Because, like, I was going backwards in my brain, backwards in my brain, backwards in my brain to just times where people were mad at me and how scared I was. And it's like I felt like I was 12 or 16 instead of nearly 44. I don't know if that's an emotional flashback because I wasn't seeing it in front of my eyes or like zoning out into it. It was just emotions were just, the sertraline helps so that they don't overwhelm me because I didn't cry or melt down or anything. And normally I would have been screaming and throwing things and freaking out. But I just sat on my bed and kind of stared into space. And then I realized that no, this is the trauma, this is when you need your self-care, and I tried to be gentle with myself, but I don't think I did a very good job because, the thoughts just wouldn't stop. And I started to be mean to myself again because it's like, you're doing the self-care. Why aren't you feeling better? What is wrong with you? And it's like, that's not helpful. So I just tried to watch some funny YouTube videos and I kind of recentered a bit, but I still don't feel great. But, I'm just anxious about other things too. And I don't want to get into it because I don't want to make anybody feel guilty because it's nobody's fault. It's just my brain being my freaking brain, and it's trauma brain. And that's what trauma brain does, is it makes things out to be something they're not sometimes. And God, I'm tired today. And on top of it, I'm having my period. Let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm on day 4. So my hormones are not back to normal yet. So, like, on top of that, whenever something happens during my period, like, the effects of it are so much worse than any other time of the month. Ugh. This is hard work. But I wanted to show you a time when it was hard and when it hurts because, trauma recovery is not about skipping through fields of flowers and looking at rainbows and being like, oh, I'm okay, this is great. That's toxic positivity. No, sometimes it's muddy and disgusting and bloody and gross, and it's a woman talking on her YouTube channel because her brain is just not doing what she wanted it to do. And when I get off of this video, I am gonna do more self-care. I might watch a movie, I don't know. I might just watch YouTube videos or read fan fiction or something, but just get my mind on something else besides how I feel. So it's gonna have to be YouTube videos that are heartwarming or funny. So, yeah. But I'll be okay. It's just, I just wanted to show you sometimes it's work, and I'm working. I'm doing work. So, and I've got my board back here behind me, over here. So, I'm going to turn around and look at that after I turn this off and practice my mantras, and then I'm going to get on YouTube. So, I love you guys.